Yay, yay. Let's get it. It's Friday. It is Friday. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Get me this hot Java in my system. This cup of joke. I don't know why I did that. It's tripping. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Y'all up in here? Let's get it going. Yay, yay. What's happening with y'all? It's your main man, King Dopest. And
we run the city. We run the city.
Happy Friday to everybody. We made it. So, on this Friday, first of all, my Lakers, they're horrible. Absolutely horrible. Russell Westbrook 0 for 11 from the field, and we lost by 6 points. Was it 6 or 5? I don't know. We lost. Took a L. Lakers. It was a happy Friday. It was a great night of basketball, though. The Sixers and Milwaukee. That was a great game last night. And the reason I'm talking basketball, my little brother, amongst a host of others, want me to start doing sports segments, since sports is such a big part of my life. So that will be coming. Dopest Sports coming soon. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gonna get it in.
Go, 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 go.
We gonna get it in. Dopest Sports coming soon. So what's going on in the news? Man, last night I got on YouTube and I kept seeing the same live stream was posted, and some people were using it to monetize, but it kept saying like Kanye West Drink Champs tour. It was like a bunch of them. One of them had like 109,000 people watching at one time. I was like, holy mackerel. It was a lot of people in there. But as the night progressed, I kept seeing it up there, and it was the same people in there. It was the same like interview. It was like it was on repeat. Okay, somebody said the biggest high school football game is tonight. I'm pretty sure one of the participants is right here in Orange County, Modern Day High School. I'm pretty sure that's one of the who they playing. And shout out, you know what? Like, let me give a quick shout out to my high school, my alma mater, Pasadena High School. They got a great team. I've been missing out on the homecoming game, so I found out we've been winning the bell, which is goes to the victors of the game. It's a big high school football game tonight here in California, huh? Okay, okay. Yeah, but I'm gonna start doing a sports segment. Y'all be on the lookout next week. I got a big birthday coming up. The big 5-0. Wow, it sound crazy even say that. The big 5-0. 50. As my man Dismo said, it was his birthday last month. He said the half a century, the half a hundred. So that's gonna be exciting, man. It's a milestone for anybody. I'm excited. Let me see. Shout out to my people that's watching over on Trovo, on Twitch, Facebook, and of course on YouTube. We are live. I can't get enough of this coffee this morning, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of. Yesterday I wasn't feeling 100%. Not at all. I know some of y'all may have been looking for the show on Thursdays. It's very hard to do the show on Thursday mornings. I really should have did a show last night to kind of compensate for that. But it's a lot of noise going around over here on Thursday mornings. You got trash, you got gardeners. So being that we're not completely soundproof, it always bothers me. Some people say, man, it's only for a little while that they making noise. Yeah, but it bothers the hell out of me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Make sure you guys find me on Live Me. It's a live streaming app. If you can, download that. Type in Dopest in the search and you will find King Dopest. I'll be on Live Me. I stream on a lot of apps. TikTok, King Dopest _. Same as my Twitter and my Instagram. Make sure you guys hit that subscription button and share it. Share it to your Facebook. Share it to your Instagram. Share it anywhere somebody may be able to see it. YouTube is going to become my full-time gig. So you're going to be seeing a lot of growth. And, we're developing a channel. And this channel is really going to encompass my life, what I do in my life. We're going to talk about things that are important to me and as well important to you. So as always, drop in the comments. I see a lot of great comments in the under the video. Nori checks yay on my page. I see some interesting dialogue going on in the comments on that video. That video is doing really good numbers, so I appreciate everybody that's tapping in and pressing the thumbs up. Make sure the likes, you guys are hitting the thumbs up on this. All these things get us in the algorithm and get us popping. But today's show, today's show, I wanted to talk about Joe Rogan. It's something that's bothered me for a long time. One of my Joe Rogan was outed, exposed several months ago for his continual use of the N-word. There's been many video montages. Oh, Garfield and Roosevelt. Oh, okay. Them was the two teams playing today. Okay, I might have to watch that. Joe Rogan, who is one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid podcaster in the business. I know we talk a lot about academics and Charlemagne. Hey, Grand Rising, Rick. Welcome. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Yeah. Joe Rogan, UFC commentator, part-time comedian. I don't even think people realize that he's a comedian, but he does do stand-up. And And as I mentioned, probably one of the most highest paid, if not the highest paid podcaster. You know, like I said, we talk about Joe Buttons and academics, and Joe Budden kind of, besides maybe like Howard Stern or somebody like that, kind of pioneered this podcasting thing to where people are getting big bucks for it, right? I just remember when Joe Rogan, that video montage came out of him using the N word repeatedly. It wasn't a lot of outrage over it, except for from India Ari, one of my favorite, by far, one of my favorite R&B singers. She's incredible, musician and singer. But it wasn't a lot of outrage over it. She took a stand, and I'm going to clap it up for her one time. She took a stand. Yeah, Mr. Fear Factor. Right. I forgot about that. Yeah, Fear Factor. Yeah, he was a host on Fear Factor. She took a stand because Spotify pays Joe Rogan so much money. She took the stance that I'm taking my music off of Spotify as long as you guys are paying him, which she did. There's no disputing Joe Rogan's comments. There's just none. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. I gotta move some stuff. So I want to play a little bit of this clip. This was on The Guardian. TheGuardian.com.
Hello, friends. I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was.
Context. Context. What? Wait a minute. Now, this is why I'm having a problem, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me, because I might laugh, and it's really not funny. It is not funny. I might laugh, y'all, but this is not funny at all. This is very serious business. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me, right? The man said 12 years. 12 years. 12 years of clips. Now, you mean to tell me, now mind you, Joe Rogan is employed, is he still employed? He may still be employed with the UFC. Or he may have retired, but either way, for over a decade plus, he worked with a lot of African Americans. It was funny, I'm sorry, just how he said it, right? He worked alongside Daniel Cormier, and John Jones, and Tyron Woodley, and he worked with all of these people, Demetrius Johnsons, and I could just go on and on, the different UFC fighters that he worked alongside of, and for 12 years, he was saying the N-word, right? All right, so
I was doing. I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways. Like if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it and it could be a punchline, it could be a term of endearment, it could be lyrics to a rap song, it could be a positive affirmation. It's a very unusual word.
all right, I gotta stop it. I gotta stop it real quick. There is another word. It is not the only word that is selective to a group of people. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. There's the F word that is reserved for the LGBTQ community. I know at least I could count on both my hands 10 people that I know to use the F word in referring to some of their gay friends. Like to be honest, I was like a lot of times surprised, but they use it all the time. They use it all the time with each other. I wouldn't dare say it as a heterosexual male. I would not dare say that to another person. It's not okay. And it's not my place to judge them using it with each other. Just as I don't believe it's Joe Rogan's place to be, deciding what is their word, our word, the word. You're not supposed to say the word. Period. You're not supposed to say the word, period. Now, it wasn't his only remarks in regards to black people that he tried to, I would want to say paint with a different brush, right? So, let's listen to the rest.
But it's not my word to use. I'm well aware of that now. And there's another clip that I have to address. There's a clip from 11 years ago. I was telling a story on the podcast about how me and my friend Tommy and his girlfriend, we got really high. We were in Philadelphia and we went to go see Planet of the Apes. And we didn't know where we were going. We just got dropped off by a cab and we got dropped off in this all black neighborhood. And I was trying to make the story entertaining. And I said, we got out and it was like we were in Africa. It's like we were in Planet of the Apes. I did not, nor would I ever say that black people are apes, but
My bad. Y'all know I be, you know what I'm saying? But look, him trying to make it sound better than what it is, we know what you meant. And like I said, by him trying to, begin this was supposed to be an apology by saying that I was high is the reason as to why I said some of these things is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's how you know he meant what he said and he's trying to excuse it by using the I'm high card. He's trying to excuse his comments by, well, we was high and Kanye was high the other night. I watched him on Drink Champs smoking some presidential. That's exactly what they called it. He was on Drink Champs smoking some presidential and sipping. we're not, the community as a whole is not excusing Kanye because he was, they not excusing Noriega. Noriega was clearly drunk by the time the end of that Drink Champs episode was running towards the end. He was clearly drunk as he tried to check Ye on his comments. My thing is this with this whole clip, and it's the reason why when I woke up this morning, I decided to do this, is because this came out in February, 8 months ago, right? I haven't heard too much about this in the mainstream. Again, Joe Rogan ain't no fly-by-night podcaster, TV personality. He is one of the highest paid entertainers. His podcast is one of the top. I think when Kim Kardashian started her podcast last week, she bumped him out of the #1 spot. You know what they say when you load it, right? When you've been sipping and puffing, and they say you're real. You know what they say about when you're drunk? How you really feel comes out. That's when the truth, because like that truth serum, right? It's that truth serum. My thing is, you don't hear nothing about it. I remember back in I believe it was the late 80s, right? Again, I'm giving away my age again. But in the late 80s, it was a commentator. His name is Jimmy the Greek. Thank you guys for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. Hobo Who Begs. Make sure y'all come over to YouTube. Please hit that subscription button, that notification bell. I need to see those likes going up, man. Jump in the comments. Say good morning. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Subscribe. But Jimmy the Greek made comments. And they were racist in their overtones. How he was explaining and came off. He lost his job. Damien, I think it was Damien Whitlock or Jason Whitlock. I can't remember the brother's name. He worked on ESPN. He said some things and he lost his job. I mean, you can go down the list of how many sportscasters, news reporters, they have lost their job based on comments that were a lot cleaner than these, right? It's the truth. Now, Joe Rogan has been known to say a lot of stuff, right? He spoke on, he said some really controversial things about COVID, which a lot of people have. Can't really fault him for that. It's a controversial topic. But racism is not. There's no controversy when it comes to racism, racial slurs, and epithets. There's no controversy when it comes to that. It's pretty clear and direct when you using, oh, we got dropped off in Philly. We in the Planet of the Apes in an all-black neighborhood. That would not fly if I would have said something of that nature about another group of people, right? It would not fly at all. So it's the hypocrisy. I don't see nobody coming for Joe Rogan, like at all. But yet, and again, I am not a fan of Kanye West, Yeezy, Yozy, Yeezy. I am not a fan of him by any stretch of the imagination as far as a person. Do I like some of his music? Yes. But I also loved a lot of R. Kelly's music, right? I don't play it anymore. It's principles. Oh, yeah, you can separate the music and the person. And I can't. I truly can't. Yeah, he made some great songs. right? It's the same thing they do with athletes when they get in trouble. I can't even tell you how many times I watched documentaries on athletes that got in trouble, and then a week later they were back on the court, back on the field. It's the truth, because they excuse you for your talents. They want you to separate. I mean, it's going on right now. Deshaun Watson. Now, do I believe all the charges levied against Deshaun Watson are true? Absolutely not. Do I feel like some of the people that are coming after Deshaun Watson is for monetary gain? Absolutely. Just like when Antonio Brown was being sued by a lot of people for not paying his masseuse and all this type of stuff. Some of them I believe were credible. However, a lot of them, I believe it was for monetary gain. Ray Lewis was involved in a double homicide. I'm glad you brought that up. Double homicide investigation. Right? He had his day in court. He won. He was back on the field. Yeah. So when it comes to this outrage over Kanye, he going after the wrong people, which are probably the right people, if you understand my meaning. But a lot of the comments that go along with what he's saying, we can't. It's a crazy dynamic in terms of everybody saying, you got half of Black America saying, well, he right about the people that control the media and this, that, and the third. And then you got the other half that's more focused on his comments regarding George Floyd and the White Lives t-shirt. So it's a mixed bag when we're dealing with Kanye, Yeezy, Yozy. But who let Joe Rogan off the hook for his comments? He just got swept under the rug, right? It's the truth. And you'll see a lot more of that. The internet is robust right now with people posting and reposting the same thing over and over. So it's kind of like you flooded with I can't even get up to do news without having to go through about 15 Kanye West stories to even get like I could have did another whole show today on Kanye, right? He's being mentioned as we speak. Kanye lost his affiliation with Balenciaga. We could have been talking about that. That's another company pulling away from Ye. Balenciaga has cut ties, said they have no future projects in mind with this artist. That was their statement. And that's new. That was last night. He lost. And Adidas is thinking about their future with Kanye. So it's quite possible he could lose his partnership with Adidas. It's possible. It is extremely possible he could. And this is how it's going to work. You heard him say back in 2015, we spoke about this. He was $53 million in debt. Now he's a billionaire. And I'm pretty sure the powers that be want to see how fast they can take $1 billion from that brother. Joe took $100 million from Spotify and is losing money every day. Well, that is true. And I'm going to tell you, Spotify Spotify cut 11 of their top shows, 11 shows from their roster, along with employees, just the other day. It may be yesterday or the day before. They cut 11 podcasts from their slate of shows. 11. And along with those podcasts, they also people lost their job at Spotify. So Spotify say that they're looking for bigger bigger shows. I don't know if that means big names doing shows or people that just have big followings. I have no idea, but yeah, that is true. Spotify is losing money because they paid that man so much. Speaking of that, I believe in about a week or so, Dopest Podcast will be available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, and so forth and so on. So it'll be an audio version of my morning show, and we're going to start doing a night show. I am dead set on doing a show at night as well. Because like I said, I'm going to be on these platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Trovo, as well as I stream live on Facebook. I'll be doing this more so full time than I have been streaming on like liveme.com. Where else am I at? Tagged, Super Live, TikTok. I am going to be streaming on TikTok a lot more. But yeah, the Dopest Podcast, it will be coming out soon. So you guys be able to listen to it on the way to work. At work. Yeah. So, it's like I said, it's a lot of things going on. Dopest Sports. I will be diving all the way into the sports. Because everybody that's close to me knows I'm a diehard sports fan of all sports. Primarily soccer, football, world football. I watch, throughout the week, almost every day. I watch soccer. Go Chelsea, my Blues. So I'll probably be doing some content in regards to Chelsea and soccer, the NFL, NBA, and just sports as a whole. Anything that's newsworthy in sports, I'm going to be diving into as well. So we're expanding. We kind of getting our feet under us, as they say, in regards to this show, this channel, and what we're doing. Again, I thank you guys. Subscriptions are going up. All that kind of stuff. I just love to watch the growth. I'm excited. To say I wasn't a little nervous in making this like my number one streaming channel. Yeah, because I spent the last 7 years on these other apps and these other platforms building up my fan base. So venturing into new territory is always a little bit uneasy. But in watching like the numbers, especially from like this last week, it's been pretty motivating. And I want to thank all you guys. I got to clap it up for y'all. I really do love y'all, man. To come in here every day and chill with your boy and we share information. It's another story I want to get to. And I want to get y'all thoughts on this. I don't want to play too much of this clip because there's children in it, for one. And it's just pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So I don't know if y'all know, because it's just, if y'all haven't heard about this, let's see. Let's check it out. Brought to you by TMZ. Okay, I gotta end it right there. That little girl's face scared me. She looked like she had saw the devil. Like, she looked like she saw the devil. Like, real talk. That little girl, that last little girl, her right here, She looked like she just saw the devil. Now, that was in Mississippi. It was a daycare in Mississippi. And these idiots here, let me see if I could get all of them in the picture. These idiots here. They have been, it's scaring you us. So imagine if you was a little kid. These three have been charged with felonies. They have been charged with felonies and likely facing prison time for that. What y'all think in the comments, man? Let me know. Jump in the comments. I gotta know what y'all think about this. I didn't show the whole video, like I said. I just wanted y'all to get a kind of a gist of what's going on in that situation. So I didn't play the entirety of the video, right? But it was repeated. It was like the lady would leave the room, come back, and out of all the kids, it seemed like it was only one kid if you watch the video. It's on TMZ. So it's on TMZ if y'all want to go see it. It's just from today. Only in Mississippi. Shout out to Jackson County, Hattiesburg. Only in Mississippi. They got felonies for it, though. Do y'all think that was, I mean, I'm sure they lost their job, first and foremost, right? So y'all think they should be going to prison for that? I mean, it is, I have a tough time with this one, right? Because I like to be fair. A felony? It's people walking around that done did way worse than that, and they got charged with misdemeanor. I mean, it's people that assaulted people, and this could end up in a misdemeanor as it goes through the court system. However, it could end up as a misdemeanor, but a felony. I'm looking at their mug shots. I'm gonna just keep it real, and this is how they do brothers. So I'm just keeping everything equal. I'm looking at their mug shots. I don't think I would want them watching my kids. I'm going to just keep it real. And I'm kind of thinking it was the lady in the middle. I'm just guessing. It's just a guess. I don't know why everything is funny to me today. You saying the same thing I'm saying. Like, the lady in the middle, man. Like, I'd have had doubts when I pulled up to the daycare and I saw her. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know how comfortable I'd have been with her looking after my kids in the first place. But, do you think it's worth a felony? I mean, I do believe it's a misdemeanor in my eyes. And with the loss of the job, I think that's punishment enough. But again, we talk about filling up the prisons with you know, I guess, I don't know. Emotionally, yeah. I'm pretty sure them kids were emotionally scarred by that. However, on Halloween, I see just as many kids crying like that walking down the street. Like, for real. When people see, I've seen people. A felony, though. Man, them ladies might be going to prison over that. I don't know whose idea was to bring in that screen mask and put that mask on. But they in there sharing commissary right now, trying to figure out what just happened. It's a felony on the first day. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. And when the parents, imagine you being a parent and your kid just was horrified like that, and you picking your kids up and finding out that these ladies, been in there scaring the dog crap out of your kids. What? Man, I would have snapped. It would have been, they'd have had my mug shot up. It'd have been 1, 2, 3, and me. Okay? It'd have been them 3 ladies and me in that mug shot. Because I'd have been doing a lot more than just scaring. Like, if I picked up my kid and they had been in there traumatizing my kid all day, oh no, it would have been problems. Let me know what y'all say in the comments, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate y'all. See the likes going up a little bit. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me and share this to your social medias. Share it to your peoples. Because I want to know what y'all think, man, out here in the world on these. I mean, these are some crazy. Like, who takes the time? Whose idea was it to say, I'm about to scare the hell out these kids today? I really wonder. But I had to share that with y'all, man. It's a lot of craziness, and this just adds to the crazy in the world. It's a lot of craziness. But like I said, start next week, and I really want y'all to reach out to me and help me with this. I want to start putting a spotlight on some people that are doing great things in their community or the world as a whole, so we can give them some shine. Because a lot of this nonsense, Joe Rogan, who cares? Like, who are these people? Like, my opinion matters to me. My opinion shouldn't matter to you. Like, I'm going to just keep it real. If I give you some information and it helps you in coming to a conclusion on something, then that's great, because that's your own free will and your own thought process that brought you to that conclusion. I just provided the information and maybe the dialogue in order for you to get that situated, right? But at no point am I ever going to be to where my word is the final word on any topic. You know, people may agree and say, oh, Joe Rogan, he has a right to, look, that's your opinion. People might say, oh, these ladies, they were just playing and this, that. That's your opinion. You are entitled to it, right? But when it comes to like people like Joe Rogan and Joe Budden and DJ Academics, like, they in that holier than thou, rarefied air where it's like, they feel like they are the guiders of the narrative, right? They are the guiders and the decision makers for society as a whole. No, they're not. And that's why I like Howard Stern. I do still love Howard Stern, because Howard Stern's opinions are his opinions. It's not opinions he wants to force upon everybody in America or the world for that part, right? But people have made, again, we talk about Charleston Whites and who cares what they think? I get so bothered by these entertainers. I really do. I get really bothered by these entertainers that take stuff off the internet and they get upset about it. Oh, Charleston White said something about your kids. Do you know how many people every day talking about your kids, T.I.? You could literally go to any YouTube video and type T.I.'s son, King, and look in the comments at what they saying about your son. So you finna go at everybody, or you just chose Charleston White because he has an internet presence? You know what I mean? What's up, Ravi? Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up for me. I appreciate you. And hit that subscription button. Please hit that subscription and the thumbs up for me. But no, real talk though. Oh, you a live meat friend? Welcome, my live meat friend. I see you out here. Clap it up. Nah, but real talk though. I never want people to say, well, King Dopus said it, so it's gotta be, what King Dopus said. Nah, do your own research. You know, I give you the tools. You go out there and decipher and figure out for yourself, and within your own principles, right, and morality, what you feel is right and wrong. You know, because I may feel Candace Owens is wrong about what she said. There's other viewpoints. You know what I mean? The one thing that I really have a problem with, and I'm going to talk about, and these is dangerous topics, right? Because when you doing shows like this and everything that you do is for the public, right? Your ideologies and your stance on certain things, it's going to either make you or break you. I'm never going to be one that just does whatever against my principles and morals just in order for this channel to be successful. I've noticed that anytime you're black and you say something about other blacks, right, you become the villain. And I'm a firm believer, and like I said, we're going to dive into this a little bit more next week. I'm a firm believer that it is a time for us to hold other people of color accountable for their actions, for their words, for how we moving. Because there's no way that you can combat a system when your squad is in disarray. It don't work like that. It's no way you win a war when your troops is divided and scattered. It just makes common. I always tell y'all, man, one thing we lack in this world is common sense. So one thing, man, we lacking that on a major scale, on a major level, is common sense. We lack it. It's the truth. Because like I said, as soon as you say something about black people and you are a black person or a person of color, automatically they gonna say that you're against them and not for them, when it should be looked at the other way around. If I'm speaking to my people or people of color in general about areas that we need to clean up as a whole in order to make this, because it's not a fair fight already, right? And like I said, I don't want to dive too much because I really get into that topic, because it goes back to what we were talking about earlier about Ye and how it's a mixed bag. Like, you got half of black America on Ye's neck, and you got the other half that's like, man, forget what he said about such and such. He's speaking a lot of truth in what he says about media and business and this, that, and the third. And I'm one of those people that believe like he's speaking a lot of truth. And I've said this, and it's on record that I said this, even prior to the Drink Champs interview, that he says things that make a lot of sense. However, it's lost when he comes in and he says the craziness. It's like, man, I want to back Kanye 100% on what he's saying. And then he go, oh, why did he go and say that? Why did the man go and say that? That's me. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's exactly how I feel. And like I said, it's 50-50. It's 50-50. You got the internet loving 50 Cent and his son going at it when it's a deeper, um, it's a deeper situation than what people are giving it credit for. It's a young man crying out for the love of his father. A young man that was misguided by his mom's greed to some degree. His mom's brainwashing of him, and that happens. That happens when you have relationships that don't work out. You have a mom that'll bash the father, and a father that'll bash the mama, and all those things, right? I just want people to start using their own mind and stop relying on other people to make, I think we lost a service or something for a second there. But no, you have to get the information so you can make the conclusions on your own free will. Not let people make the conclusions for you. I believe that's where we at in the reprogramming of America. Is people start throwing common sense out the window and they rely solely on these entertainers who we've already said are influencers and not leaders. I will never count on DJ Academy for any of anything of importance. Right? It just ain't me. God gifted me with a mind, a brain of my own. Now, I watch and I decipher and I observe. I do all those things. I do all those things in order to come to my conclusions that are my conclusions. Sometimes you'll see somebody and your conclusion concurs with what they thought or what they think, and that's fine. But hopefully you guys are free thinkers in terms of not taking all of this stuff off the internet so literal and so as it's law. It's not. Right, so I get trolled all the time. You can look in comments of some of my most viewed videos, and I've been called a trans woman, and throughout my live streaming, I've had my kids trolled, my family, and all that. So it's part of what you signed up for. Stay out the public eye, stay off the internet. If you don't want people to have opinions on you and what you say. People may have a negative take on today's show. That's entirely their right. It's entirely their right. I don't take anything personal from it. I'm glad you watched in the first place. I'm glad I'm glad you watched it all. So, I mean, you sign up to be an entertainer or somebody in the public eye and you want to go at it with other people on the internet, I feel like there's a purpose behind that. I feel like it's a reason as to why that it's a reason. It's a reason as to why you do these things. I'm looking in the comments. Howard Stern's opinion on presses was right on. Love that dude. Yeah, I do. I love Howard Stern because he raw with it. He raw. His opinions are his opinions. He don't give a crap. Who else cares? This, that, and the third. Do I agree with everything he says? You don't have to agree with everything. You don't even agree with everything that goes on with your own spouse in the house, right? You don't agree with it. You guys disagree on certain things. That's natural. God made us to be individuals. And whether you believe in God or not, or religion, in any kind of way, we were created individually. Everybody's different DNA. You know, everybody was created to be themselves, not copies of everybody else, or we'd all look alike. We'd all talk alike. We'd all speak at the same time. You know, we'd all laugh the same at the same jokes. That's not how we were created. So, y'all feel free to be different. Feel free to be different. That's what it's a lack of. It's too much of everybody trying to be the same. Feel free to be different. I love being different. I love not being like everybody else. I love sometimes when my thoughts lead me to, or my research lead me to something different than what everybody else is saying and thinking. I love that. Cause I feel like, ooh, I caught on to something here. They saying this, but it's quite obvious that it's that. You know what I mean? Joe Rogan is an idiot. I'm gonna be honest. He's a horrible comedian. Horrible. He's a good, I want to say not good. He's a great UFC commentator. He knows the sport of mixed martial arts. See, again, I know how to separate the two, right? I don't like him, but I can admit to what he's good at. A lot of people can't do that. And just like I said earlier, they cancel some people or attempt to cancel some people because of what they may bring financially to your business. They may give you a pass. Or if you got, supernatural athletic talents, they may give you a pass on your actions. It's the world we live in. It's up to y'all to what you support and what you push. Do you rather push something would y'all rather tune in to Joe Rogan every morning? Somebody that has called y'all apes and try to cover that up by saying, oh, I was high. Somebody that for 12 years used the N-word repeatedly. Now he's saying that it was used out of context or it was used within a certain context that didn't make it racist. Come on, man. Use common sense. I think God blessed most of us with that ability. Common sense. Logic. You know what I mean? It's up to us. But again, next week, y'all, man, the show gonna be changing up. We're gonna include some sports. I might even have a whole show dedicated to sports once or twice a week. We're gonna get that going. Like I told y'all, we got the audio podcast. Gonna be dropping soon. Dopest Melanin, she's still getting situated in her new place. So we still gonna be doing Dopestology. I would love to get some of y'all on one of these panel discussions so we can start doing those at night. So if you're interested, jump in the comments. Let me know. Hit me up on Instagram, KingDopest_. What else, y'all? I mean, other than that, man, a king was born on the 27th, 1972. I will be 50 years old next Thursday, man. So I'm going to be turned up all week. So if I get on here looking like I had a rough night, I probably did. If I get on here next week and you say, man, Dopest, you look whooped, I probably am, okay? Because for a black man in America and coming from where I came from to make it to 50 years old is a hell of an achievement. Because we know they don't want most of us to make it to no damn 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? It is a hell of an achievement. I don't celebrate my birthday like that. I'm probably not going to do no big celebration on my 50th birthday. I'm just going to be happy, God willing, that I made it to 50 years old. That's for real. and hopefully the next 50 will be as beautiful as this first 50. You feel me? But shout out to everybody that watched. Y'all know the slogan. It's one love or no love. If nobody told you they love you today, you're important, have value, worth. You can do whatever you set your mind to. I love you, and I believe you can do all of them things. All right, so till next time, it's one love or no love, and y'all have a great, great weekend. Real talk. And y'all catch me on here this weekend, too. I'm going to jump on. I'll probably jump on here tonight so we can see what has transpired throughout the day.